Hello everyone, it's Amanda. Welcome back to my channel. As you can see, we are filming virtually today because I have a very special guest today with me online. We have the one and only Karlie Kloss, supermodel, businesswoman, extraordinary. I feel like you do 10 million things. So thank you so much for being on my channel. Welcome.
Thank you, Amanda. I'm so excited. I do 10 million things, which is why I'm kind of unorganized all the time. So I need you to teach me how to be organized.
Well, it's actually a perfect segue because today Karlie has kind of recruited me to teach her my ways of bullet journaling and productivity and organization. I am sure she is super busy, has 10 million things on her schedule, so I really wanted to come up with a planning spread that can really work for her, and I'm going to teach her all of the things on her channel. We are going to be doing more of a creative vision boarding thing, so make sure you check out Karlie's channel after this if you want to see more journaling with both of us. But first, maybe you can talk a little bit about what type of schedule you have. I'm really curious about like your day-to-day, and then we can get right into it after.
Well, today is one of those days where I am just eternally late to everything, and it's really funny because I thought in like quarantine life, you know, I would be like have no excuse to be late to anything because it's not like I'm in transit anywhere. I'm just getting on one Zoom to another, but somehow I managed to be late. So I'm really in need of your organizational skills. But my day-to-days are somewhat similar, somewhat different. And that's what I love about my job is I wear a lot of hats. So I am, you know, full-time as a model, and I have a lot of amazing companies I get to work with. So my life is all over the place. And in between, before or after, I try and squeeze in a workout and, you know, I'm trying to cook healthy food and you know, try and I'm like a one-woman band. I think that's
Yeah, even just hearing that, I'm like, I don't even know how your brain is like organizing all of that. Do you use your like phone currently for like planning, or do you have like a physical planner?
So this is the thing. I love writing. I love journaling, and it's this, for whatever reason, I haven't been in the habit of doing it this past year. And every time I do it, it's so cathartic. It's so it feels so good to write out notes and even to-do lists and then check them off. And I just haven't done it. And I've just kind of kept notes on my phone, and I'll be going to bed at night and a million things are running through my head. And I'm like, oh wait, okay, I need to write that down.
I'm pretty similar in that I think everyone thinks I'm like super organized, but the reason why I have to be is because things are so chaotic, kind of like you, like we're always kind of doing a million things, and I am also running behind, so I can, you know, always relate to you on that. Have you heard of bullet journaling before?
I've heard of bullet journaling because of you and because of just like the internet. I feel like is obsessed with bullet journaling. A lot of our girls are obsessed with bullet journaling and have actually inspired me to like want to learn this practice.
All right, so I actually sent Karlie like a notebook for her to use. So yes, I'm very excited.
I'm very excited. I feel like I'm gonna fly through this one, so thank you for the backup one as well.
Oh yes, I gave you color options, so you're going for the blue then?
Yes, I'm gonna go blue.
I mean, you can open that baby up. Actually, we can like get right into it.
Doing the honor, opening it up here. Okay.
It's like the best feeling when you open a fresh new notebook.
It's so beautiful. I love the design. Okay, cracking it open.
Yeah. Oh, fresh. I love like when you hear like the spine of a new notebook crack open. It's like one of those small happiness moments.
It also smells nice. Is that weird to say? I love the smell of like a fresh.
There's a specific layout that I think really would work for you because from what it sounds like you have a lot of tasks that kind of get like pushed back to various days and like get things like moved around and all of that. So we can get started. I don't know if you have like pens around you that we can start off with. Yes, perfect. There's basically going to be like your weekly events on one side and then your to-do list on the other side. What I do is like every single spread is a new week. So like I was saying, on this side, I usually have it for events. So that's like appointments. I'm sure you have many of them. So we can kind of start writing that out. A lot of people get very self-conscious about their handwriting, but I like love a good cursive moment. So you can play around with that. But I'm just gonna write events.
All right, I'm gonna go for that.
And then on this side is like the to-do list.
I already love this.
You know, depending on how much extra time you have, you can always make your cursive like look fancier by just thickening up the downward lines on the lettering. You don't need to do that. That's just like an optional whenever I'm feeling like extra fancy.
Your pen looks legit. I need one of those. Cute. Okay.
Cute. Okay, so I know you can see like there's dots on the page which kind of helps you like separate things out. You can use a ruler if you want. I'm like a notorious non-ruler user because I'm super lazy. So what we're gonna do is just section the events side out into 7. So I mean, you can kind of count out the numbers, maybe 5 dot spaces per thing. So there will be 7 spaces.
7, so 5, I see, so 5 blocks.
Yes. I'm loving the intense focus.
I take this very seriously. Also, I feel like I'm not normally good at drawing like a straight line, but somehow these dots make it easier.
Perfect. So each of these is kind of like a day. So on the side, I'm gonna write like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then all the way through. So in your case, I guess, you know, there's only going to be 5 days in your week. That forces you to take a weekend. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. So yes, this side is going to be like any appointments, and then this side is going to be like your actual to-do list tasks. So I usually write out like just the first letter of each day. So like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yes, 1 letter in each kind of doc grid. Oh. My building.
Can I have your attention, please? Can I have your attention? This is unexpired. We will now be conducting a test of the fire alarm system.
No way.
Please disregard all tones and
Go
alarms
figure.
here.
This is where you'll put your to-do list. So what's a task that you know, I'm sure you like work out every single day. So maybe
that doesn't always happen.
Let's say I don't know, you want to work out like 3 times a week, so like Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I'll put a dot on every single day underneath that column, so the lines kind of help you line that up. And then on that, then you can write workout on the other side. On each day, like when you finish your workout on Monday, you're able to like, you know, cross it off. Or on like Wednesday, let's say it doesn't end up happening, and like you said, you know, things get moved back a lot. You can kind of like put an arrow and then move it to Thursday. Film a collab video, so that can be on Wednesday. If you're like in progress of doing that, you can color in the circle halfway. Let's say it gets moved back all the way to Sunday, you can move that all the way to Sunday. You'll essentially only be looking at each daily column as you have like a whole list. Because I feel like sometimes people get in the habit of doing like new to-do lists every single day, but a lot of them are like repetitive tasks, right?
It's me. This is
It's you.
Struggle is so real. You're like speaking all of my
Yeah, so it's kind of like a good way to visually organize all of those repetitive tasks. It's nice because you don't need to worry about like tasks saying in individual days. It can kind of be really free-flowing. I hope I'm explaining. I'm like the worst at explaining.
You're doing so good, and I'm just so impressed by like the organization of this. It's actually making me think it's similar in some ways to kind of like coding, planning out, mapping out kind of the functions of what you want to build, and kind of part of the preparation process to building a website or an app is kind of almost just like this, drawing out, mapping out. So this is very comparable. I'm into this.
I love it. I love it. So that's like the to-do list. And then on this side, when I do events, that'll be like appointments, and that way it's not like your events kind of get mixed in with your to-do list. It's very easy to like visually see what's going on. I think I sent you a bunch of tapes, like if you're feeling funky And you know, if you want to spice things up.
Can I just say, I'm sure everybody who's watching right now has seen these gorgeous tapes. Where can we buy these tapes for those who don't know?
They're available on my website and they're really cute. They're meant to be like mixed and matched.
I love it. I really, thank you for these tapes. I will be taping everything in sight now.
Perfect. I kind of like using them scattered throughout because I feel like sometimes when you look at your to-do list, you're like, oh my gosh, you're like dreading doing it and like checking things off.
I feel like I have a running list, exactly to your point. Like I write notes on my phone and it's very repetitive. It's pretty much the same things every week that I'm just reminding myself to do. And this is such a more fun, pretty way too.
You know, it makes you like excited to look at your to-do list. And I love doing like circles for my to-do list tasks because like, when you fill in that circle and complete a task, it's like the best feeling. A lot of times I'll like doodle things. Are you like, do you like to draw and like doodle maybe a little bit?
I love to doodle. I'm not nearly as talented as you. My doodles are just illegible, but
so you can like add stars and stuff. This is the fun extra stuff. So you can just decorate depending on, you know, how you feel. And it just, you know, again, makes it look more cute and makes you excited to actually look at your to-do list. I just kind of like doodle around it and it's pretty fun.
I tell you, the queen of doodling is my mom. She's an artist and I always remember, you know, back in the day growing up before like cell phones, I think I'm probably older than you. So, you know, once upon a time, a phone call had to be like attached to a wire next to like a cord that plugged into the wall. And I remember my mom would always sit at like our house phone and just be writing notes of things, you know, she needed to do or whatever, and also doodle. So like I would see these notepads lying around the house that just had like the most beautiful doodles, whether it was like flowers or like some crazy ornate designs next to her like grocery list. So she will be, I'm sure, very excited about this video.
So maybe you take after her in that, in like the creative aspects, I guess.
I would like to think so, but my art skills are not up to par.
That's pretty much it. And essentially like the to-do list, like as you're marking off your things that you want to do each day, like this whole thing will get filled out. And the nice thing about this is that let's say you fill up this entire page of to-do list tasks and you're like, oh, I still have more things to do. You can literally just flip over to the next page and just set that same like column up, that same column kind of thing. So it's really flexible.
Okay, smart. Okay, so like Wednesday, like travel to New York, which honestly nobody's traveling anywhere anytime soon, but just hypothetical here. Travel New York, Tuesday, like doctor's appointment.
Totally.
Monday, have friends over for dinner.
Exactly. And you can put like the time and everything. When I was traveling, obviously nobody's traveling anymore, but it was nice. Like I would put like my flight information or like the exact time and when I needed to leave for the airport and stuff on that side. So yeah, that is more so like maybe the classic schedule aspect. And this is just like the to-do list side. But it is nice to interact because, you know, seeing it both together, you're able to be like, oh, today on Friday, I'm filming with Carly. And then what specific to-do list tasks do I need to do for that specific day is like on that side.
Like the bigger rocks you put into place first and then the smaller rocks get filled in. So like the events, the bigger kind of things on the calendar in place and then sprinkle in the to-do list tasks.
You got it. You know how sometimes there's those small tasks that you're like, it seems dumb to write down, so you're like, oh, I'll just remember to do it. They're almost like you don't feel like writing them down. In this, I'm like, I encourage you to write down even like the dumbest task, you know, doing your laundry, all of those things, because I think just making sure you like empty out your brain on here.
And then even just like, I mean, all sisters. Or like,
exactly, yes.
Things that like you know, the end of the day, I'm like, oh shoot, I should have called my sister. Like being able to just have it. I love this, being able to be more kind of organized and be like, okay, this
totally.
Day.
When you fill out this list, it looks kind of crazy because there's like circles all over the place, but it's kind of beautiful in a way. You're like, this is like an organized chaos.
are you do you like music? Do you read notes or read music at all? Because I feel like this is very much like kind of I learned piano when I was a kid. I'm terrible at it now.
Same, yeah.
I remember kind of reading the scale. Like
it is. It's like it's creative, but almost like mathematical in a way. So
like,
same with music for sure.
Which is where the coding kind of parallel comes in too. Okay, I'll tell you a little bit about Code with Classy briefly.
I'm excited.
Code with Classy is my nonprofit that we teach girls how to code, and we have this amazing community of young women around the country. And now this past summer, we have scholars who are part of Code with Classy from around the world. Really amazing to see just kind of the creative applications of code that these young women kind of learn how to code and want to build something that is, directly kind of interesting in their life, or pairing it with something that they're passionate about. We now have over 5,000 young women who have been through our program and are in our community, and many of whom love to bullet journal. So they'll be very excited to see this collab.
I feel like that's very like a male dominated field. So I love that it's like female focused. I love that so much. I don't know anything about code. I feel like I might need to join a little workshop.
We would love to have you in our classroom anytime.
Perfect. Wait, I need to see the final thing. feel like I've been seeing it. Yes.
I need to fill in more, but this is the start.
I love it. You were downplaying your cursive. I think your writing looks great.
Oh, hardly. I'm like I feel like the last generation that like learned cursive in school and had to write cursive. So I love cursive for that reason. I love it. I'm even just thinking to myself, okay, bake. I want to bake every Friday, call my sisters. Even just small things like post to Instagram and just like get organized. I love this. Okay, this is gonna be my weekend task. I'm very excited about this.
Thank you so much for being on my channel. I hope this was helpful. And guys, if you want to check out more stuff that me and Carly are doing, we're gonna do a video over on her channel, and we're doing like a little bit of vision boarding. So I think that'll be really fun, because I'm excited to see kind of how Carly like goal plans and all of that. So I think that'll be a fun one.
Thank you so much, Amanda. And yes, absolutely. Everybody come head over to my channel so you can learn some more from the amazing Amanda. And we're going to show you our vision.
Awesome. Bye, everyone.